Namaste learners. Today we will know about a literary term called couplet. A couplet is a poetic device in which there are two successive lines in verse form that have the same meter. A couplet generally forms a complete idea in just two lines. Couplet is type of poem or part of a poem that uses two lines to express an idea. The lines occur together one after the other and have the same meter and poetic structure. Sometimes couplets use rhyming at the end of each line, but it is not required. Couplets can either be closed or use enjambment. Couplets can be independent poems that just have the two lines, or they can be a component of a longer poem. Couplets are found in all types of poetry, including sonnets. Couplets are usually small parts of longer poems that serve to bring in additional context. Couplets can provide more details about the poem's theme, characters, and main ideas. They bring artistry and flavor to a longer poem and vary the traditional structure somewhat without completely abandoning it. Couplets are found in poetry across cultures. Uh, we will discuss an example of a couplet used by a poet. William Shakespeare uses a couplet at the end of his sonnet 18. He ends the sonnet 18 in a couplet like most of his sonnets do. Most of the poem describes the narrator's love and how wonderful it is, even though love tends to fade over time. The sonnet ends with a couplet on an optimistic note. It is a closed couplet but continues to the greater meaning that the reader draws from this poem. The couplet is: so long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this and gives life to thee, is the couplet. Next, an essay on criticism by Alexander Pope. He uses a series of closed couplets, heroic style couplets, to create a whole poem. These couplets make sense on their own and do not carry meaning to the following lines of the poem. However, when assembled all together, they create cohesive meaning. Couplets are a style of poetry in which two successive lines of a poem use identical structure in order to convey meaning or ideas. They can stand alone or contribute to a parent poem's meaning. Thank you very much.